I'm gonna need you to pay attention to this. This could be the most important video you've watched this year.
Here are 5 creators that I think you should go follow immediately. First up, Rev Pop Pop. Rev Pop Pop is a Quaker minister.
I genuinely think that the most humane thing we can do for billionaires is to take all their money. It's making them psychotic.
Alita Jean is so smart and savvy.
We please chill on this rhetoric, fear-mongering around the idea that stupid people can vote and have kids. If I was in control of things, I would make voting compulsory. Democracy functions best when you have the most amount of people giving their opinion.
I also want to uplift Marcia Howard. Since 2020 has been helping hold George Floyd Square as a police-free zone.
I'm being trespassed from Target. So, wait a minute. So, is trespass a legal thing or a Target thing? It's fine. We've been boycotting Target anyway.
Park Rose Permaculture is so smart.
We need a Joe Rogan of the left. We need a Charlie Kirk of the left. We need a Jordan Peterson of the left. We could argue about whether or not Hassan Piker already fills that role. As the mom of 2 teenage boys, I just find that really funny. 2 teenage boys who already listen to Hassan Piker.
Last but not least, my friend Chris Goldsmith, who is doing incredible work.
I am not excusing or condoning what happened to Charlie Kirk on that stage. I'm certainly not celebrating it. I am saying that he made the bed that he's now laying in.
I mean, I hope you wrote those names down. What was that one motherfucker? Modern day Nazi hunter.
Frankly, I love his voice. I love his accent. I love his vibe. I mean, I'm probably not going to like what he has to say, but he's definitely got an energy about him.
I don't know why I do it to myself. And since I do, I'm going to do it to you. Let me introduce you to Nope Brigade Zero. She's a sociologist, an activist, a harbinger, and apparently she studies the far right.
Hi, if you don't know me, I'm a sociologist who studies Christian nationalism. I can help you with that because I study the far right. Christian nationalism as someone who studies it. Hi, I study the far right with an emphasis on Christian nationalism. I'm a scholar of the far right. I study Christian nationalism. Hello, I study the far right. I'm a researcher of the far right. I create educational videos on the far right.
Holy fucking moly. Caught a video of her yesterday. We'll get to that. Of course, that'll always be the follow through here. She's a fucking teacher. Think about that for a second. I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself here. I just want to focus on that one point right there. This woman is a teacher. You know, I know there's a lot of things getting us. It's the death by a million cuts. I'm starting to make another video, and I got sidetracked with this one because I feel it's so important to put a highlight on these types of people. Sure, some people don't care, whatever. I get it. But on the same note, we have created so many of these particular types of people that it is banana land. How we're ever going to make the world reasonable, honest place again, it won't be with people like this. It won't be with people in the positions of teacher who gets paid to do this. This woman gets paid to teach this shit to other people. And this woman is a case in point, no better example of how actual insane the left has gotten. It should scare you. I know I say that a lot. I know people are probably tired of hearing it. These people should scare the ever-living fuck out of you because they're in positions of molding the next generation of who will be in charge, of who will be making decisions. It takes everything in me not to just fucking be black-pilled at this point. It takes a lot in me to not just completely think we're beyond repair. I think in a lot of ways we aren't, but it's going to take some real serious fortitude to beat this shit because it's insane. And these people got a big cross on their back. I mean, the biggest, bigger than Jesus ever carried. And they put it there themselves. And they don't get it while being abso-fucking-lutely bananas. I mean, I'm going to lead up to the video that introduced me to her yesterday. But we're going to start with the election of Donald Trump and watch the slow but sure downfall of this absolute insane woman.
I can't stop thinking about what might happen to immigrants once Trump ascends to power. So I would like to give you some insights about what that might look like in the United States. Genocides don't just happen overnight out of nowhere. There are building blocks to genocide.
We're not going to listen to all that. You know, I had a buddy. I don't typically go back and forth with people anymore because it's really, you just can't anymore. He sent me an article a while ago. This is 2 or 3 years ago now. And the article that he sent me, the very first dark days ahead because of the Trump regime. And that sentence alone just made me stop reading it. And I told him, I was like, dude, I'm not reading this. Like, this complete partisan bullshit. And he didn't understand why I said that. And I said, bro, if I sent you an article that started with the wording of dark days ahead, Biden regime, you would turn it off immediately. And how you can't see just the loaded language in those 5 words. How can we get through to these people? I watch a lot of debates. I watch a lot of them, unfortunately. You start to understand that it is just deconstruction of everything to where nothing means anything. And if nothing means anything, anything can be anything. Words mean nothing, and what I believe is from nothing, and how nothing could just replace it, and it'd still be nothing, because, you know, it's all nothing in the end. Fuck me, man. But we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it. I hear you barking. I know it. I know I'm a rambler, but there you go.
I'm going to tell you a story from my life about what it's like to be an American right now. Last weekend, someone in my program was having her engagement party. So this engagement party has been scheduled for weeks, right? And it was for last Saturday. But then the assassination of Charlie Kirk happened, and the couple got wind that Charlie Kirk supporters were going to, had decided to schedule a vigil for Charlie Kirk at the exact same time, in the same park. So one of the people in the couple call the Charlie Kirk people and they're like, hey, this is our time in this park. Like, this has been booked for weeks. Move it back. And they did.
How polite. You'd almost think that's kind of how a lot of Charlie Kirk supporters are. Actual polite, good people. But oh no, that can't be the end of this story, right? I mean, this is all about me type of bitch here. You asked them to move it, and they did. Of course, that can't be enough though, right?
They moved it back to 8 p.m. But we're at this event, right? MAGA folks start showing up. Not a lot, but big burly white men, some of whom are armed, openly armed. My girlfriend, who's one of the bravest people I know, and very visibly queer.
Bro, the complex of the modern leftist, I'd imagine almost unmatched. But then again, like, you start to remember that there were witch burnings at one time. People fucking, hey bitch, we heard witches float. Throw her in the river, see if she floats. Motherfuckers believed that shit at one time. You start to understand how. Like, all the bad shit of all time has ever actually happened.
Approach these folks and be like, hey, this is a private event. Your event has been scheduled for later tonight. Thankfully, nothing happened, but
it's a constant theme here of nothing ever happening. Nothing ever fucking in the end happening. It never ends up happening. But it could, guys. It could. I'm not crazy for thinking that it could.
I and my girlfriend and other people were on high alert the entire time because
you're fucking crazy.
These folks were sort of circling on the periphery.
They're standing outside of your party. They're at the park. You can't even be around these people, bro. And like, they're expecting the worst. As like, they think the worst of you. How does that fucking 2 and 2 make 4? Like, yo, they've done everything you've asked. You don't get to, like, demand the property around where you guys are. Like, motherfucker, like, it's a goddamn public fucking park. Wow.
They were standing off to the side watching us. We're at a point in this country where anything could happen.
But nothing did. But nothing fucking did, you asshole.
I know that MAGA folks no longer see their fellow Americans as Americans.
That's fucking projection, dude. You don't see them as fellow Americans. Like you get, like, dude, like, fuck me, man.
This is this loosening of reality.
Says shorty who wants to be a man, but is still a woman and a lesbian. The non-binary, gender non-conforming.
That is terrifying because when people are not living in reality, there's no end to justifying what can be done to you. And there have been multiple lynchings this week alone.
Bro, they're amongst you, and they're only getting more, and they're only getting worse. And like, you wonder how we're gonna fix this shit when people like this are teaching other fucking children. Multiple fucking lynchings, bro. It never happened. It never fucking happened. It has not fucking happened in America in 80 fucking years. Multiple. Oh my God.
Actively pushing for genocide of immigrants and trans people.
Who's active? Bro, I ain't even gotten through the one video of this, and I got like 5 of them. Holy fucking shit.
We learn why democracy should be protected.
And you end it with that? Yo, that's democracy, shorty. MAGA, Charlie Kirk supporters, Trump winning the election. That's democracy. You don't want to protect that though, right? Of course not. Like it only works one way with these people. Like, you cannot be reasonable with the unreasonable. You cannot be honest with the dishonest. Put it on my fucking gravestone, because that will stand the test of fucking time. Because you cannot fucking win with these people. They're fucking liars, self-centered, conceited. The world revolves around them, and everybody's out to get them.
Am I crashing out routinely? Yes. Sorry to everybody I spooked by sort of disappearing for several weeks. I don't like to broadcast my crash outs because I have at least a little bit of pride left. But yes, I am still here. I'm okay.
We'll fucking see how long that actually lasts. But you can already get the sense the regression has begun. She's already taken a break from somebody who posted daily. She's taken a break. Everybody's wondering where she's at. And she said she doesn't post her crash outs. They call that foreshadowing in the biz.
My students just turned in their midterm exams online, right? And there's this little box at the end that had 2.5 points extra credit if you told me what unit that we had covered in the social problems class was your favorite and that you'd learned the most from. And one student didn't even answer that. He just wrote in the box, I hate the rich so fucking much. Anything I can learn about inequality and how to take them down, I'm into. And so he got the 2.5 credits, even though he didn't tell me anything specific. And I was like, same, fam. Same.
Teaching, fam. Teaching. Same, fam. Yeah. You know, we'll be all right. No, we'll be all right. The exception and not the rule, I'm sure, in the education system at this point, right? Oh, no, I'm sure there's not thousands of these people. But of course, that teacher felt great about hearing how one of her commie fucking students, was right in line with her ideology. Because I'm sure she would never have a problem with teachers giving out their bullshit, right?
Your professors were wildly out of line, and it makes me so angry that they harmed you by passing on their secondary trauma.
Can you imagine the trauma she's actually putting on her students? The baggage that this insane fucking person carries around on a daily basis, imbuing on her students, turning them into absolute leftist zombies. These people just don't give a fuck about nothing. They've been propagandized by the looniest of the fucking loony of people. And meanwhile, this woman thinks she's got her shit together. She's completely normal. Girl, I don't know why I do it to myself. I really don't. I don't want to be blind to the reality of what's going on, while some people just will, and just hope it all gets better as people like this take over your entire education system. They take it all over because you're just going to back off. I'll homeschool my kid. I'll send my kid to a private school. Bro, they're every fucking where.
Remember how Trump declared martial law on April 26th. And this is just a reminder to myself and to you that just because we're in horrifying times, it doesn't mean that everything scary is going to come to pass.
This is probably the truest TikTok she's ever made, is this one right here, because it is very true. You're setting up straw men everywhere. And then when none of them attack you, because they're straw men, they're not fucking real, they're your dumbass imagination, you still feel scared. You're fucking, you're saying the thing. You're saying it. You're fucking talking to yourself, but you're not listening, unfortunately.
It reminds me of how conspiracy theorists never remember when the predictions don't come true. It's important to track the things that have not come true, not providing solutions, they're not providing action steps, and that is a really good flag for somebody who is not trying to help. They're just trying to capture your attention through fear and outrage. But if that repeatedly happens and you feel really activated by it, I would recommend considering not listening to them.
Right? Fucking right? Fucking, like, blown away. Yoshi made that one TikTok. That's when I was like, oh, I'm fucking putting this chick out here because she's fucking insane. You just wonder if teachers were always just crazy, but you just never like recognize it or something. Like, I guess thankfully they like didn't have TikTok. There couldn't have been. There fucking couldn't have been. And then you just wonder where it all took the turn. Not just like actual teachers having a difference of opinion, but actual like 10 toes down advocating for every leftist cause lunacy on the planet. I don't know, bro. This woman is in a death spiral at the moment. I don't take the word lightly, death here and all this, but she's in an actual spiral and it's about to get way out of control.
I can't be in the United States anymore. It's not safe for trans people, for gender non-conforming people. Go before it gets worse. I was wrestling with what my Kristallnacht was going to be, what was my moment where I had to go. And it was the Charlie Kirk assassination. I have to go. And I need your help to do that. I'm looking for work in Canada. I have a lot of job skills.
Oh, a lot of job skills. Could you imagine what the university teacher, who was absolutely batshit bananas, would claim to have for job skills? You ready?
I would ideally like to be attached to a university. I am an excellent qualitative researcher. I can do interviews and participant observation. That's what my dissertation research is. And I can also design surveys.
Imagine you watched that video and thought, I've got a job for you, shorty. Come on up here, we'll put you to work. I'd love her as a qualitative researcher. I noticed the link of Charlie Kirk in a lot of her videos and her Kristallnacht moment. Of course it's about you. Of course Charlie Kirk being assassinated is somehow a direct threat to you. The conversation has been so destroyed. Bro, there's millions of people who like actively shit all over Charlie Kirk, not understanding a single thing the man ever advocated for. Turning Point USA is going to turn to utter dog shit. Them killing Charlie, I imagine, will be a huge blow to the right over time. Because nobody can replace Charlie. Nobody can do what Charlie did. Like, there might be a lot of other good voices out there on the right. Nobody will ever replace Charlie and what he was capable of doing. I don't care about the straw man people have a Charlie. Like, Charlie was really good at what he did. Them taking him out, I imagine, unequatable. I don't know if there's another person that could be took out that would actually have the damage on the right that taking him out is gonna show over time. It's incredible that this woman like constantly brings up Charlie Kirk, how she's scared. She's scared. They're insufferable, these people. Try not to be like the dickhead. I try to be understanding, sympathetic, empathetic, like all the things that like you'd want out of another person. I really have spent most of my life trying to be that. You can't be this with like self-centered fucking like liars. Complete fucking liars. Like this woman has made a living on studying the far right. Like it's her whole life. And yet she doesn't get any of it. That's a whole nother level of like, wow. How could you like, how's that work? Life out of research in the far right and I don't get any of it. And I think it's outside the door right now. Is the far right in the house with you right now, shorty? Is it in there? Huh? Look under your bed real quick.
Hello, I am alive. I am okay. Relatively speaking, I am in the process of becoming a refugee. Because me and my partner are going together, and every time we tell somebody in our life that we're fleeing the country, they're like, that's a good idea. You should do that. And like, I know it's a good idea, but then that's like just a confirmation of just how much danger we're in.
No, and you need to like meet some other fucking people if they're telling you that. That's not the way this works. But they tell me, I'm in danger, we're fleeing.
Making my very last TikTok video in my office.
Oh, I've got so much memories in my office. Yo, then don't quit your job. I couldn't find out, but I almost imagine her entire department got gutted. So much fucking like, yo, she's quitting and leaving everything that she's completely making the choice to do so for no good fucking reason. No good goddamn honest fucking reason. She just makes this fucking mountain out of a speck of sand, out of nothing, out of a grain of fucking rice. She's made this mountain out of it and just farms it all, bro, on TikTok. Like, completely broadcasting her mental breakdown on TikTok. Oh, there's nobody in her life to just tell her, just like, yo, just like unplug for a little bit. If you're surrounded by people who tell you fleeing is a good idea, it makes me think that you're around like-minded people. And are those the people that are going to scare you? Because there is no place on the globe that, like, gets you away from people that disagree with you. Because that's what it's ultimately, like, the equation here. It's just people who disagree with you. I have no doubt in my mind there's actual bigots and hateful people out there. They are the minority. The more crazy and more loud y'all lefties fucking get, I promise you, you're making like your own enemies. There's no in between here. It's completely like you see it the way I see it, or you're a transphobe, bigot, hateful, racist, misogynist, blah, 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 fucking devil. Fucking wow. Oh no, we're getting there. Oh, it's coming.
These are my last days in America as an American. I don't know when I can come back.
Oh no, you will come back when that visa's up. I bet you Canada got ice. And I bet you they will round you up, put you in the back of a van, and dump you right at the border. I bet you that. Miss fucking probably hate ice with all your being. You will get rounded up in Canada, and they will send your dumb ass home.
Hopefully it'll still be safe to cross the border.
Bro. I know it's probably like, it comes across as mean. Like, I get it. But like, I have no patience for these people anymore. They're just insufferable. They've got main character syndrome. While completely battling straw men at every corner of their life. While I guess you expect people to feel sorry for you. As like, yo, you're the cause of all this. You are.
All my books and my art. This process has just been one of tremendous loss. I am an artist and I donated art supplies that I've been carrying around since I was a teenager.
Why? I don't even feel bad. Like, it's all fake. It's all performative. It's all completely made up. You're not going to get me thinking I'm a dickhead here, bro. This is complete performative bullshit for TikTok lefties. Find this bullshit and read all the comments on it. Just a bunch of fucking people. Oh my God, you're so brave. Oh my God, you're so brave. Oh my God, you guys are so brave. And the Trump regime, they're just fucking Nazis and Gestapo. Fucking morons.
Just gone. Losing all of the objects that meant so much to me. Everything I own, I'm having to pick up and be like, okay.
Tread on me harder, Daddy Sticker. Why not?
And the wild thing is that most of the time you cannot sell perfectly good things. You have to throw them away or give them away if you can. But I've already given away everything I can to my friends. People don't want it. There's no time and there's no room. And I have to be able to get across the border. My nieces and nephews. This is the first Christmas we won't be together. They've taken that from us.
You've taken it. Like, you, shorty. How does this work on people? Honest to God, like, how does this work on fucking people like that just like listen to this woman like complete make-up fiction, crying like she doesn't want to leave her nieces and nephews. I don't want to give my stuff away. All this has been taken from us. Shorty, you're the one taking it all. You are, you fucking airhead, you teacher. You're a fucking teacher. You're a fucking teacher. Like, that's what's That's what just got, like, if this was just some old any fucking body, like, whatever. Go away. Go where the fuck you want to go. You're a fucking teacher. That's what should, like, that's like the headline. The fucking big, bold, italic, fucking flashing goddamn headlight. Fucking teacher, folks. Teacher. It's a teacher.
I'm leaving. I'm fleeing the country because I don't know when things are going to turn, you know, like after the Charlie Kirk assassination.
All about me.
From this moment, any other moment could be the kickoff to a genocide.
You remember that woman not 5 minutes ago?
And this is just a reminder to myself and to you that just because we're in horrifying times, it doesn't mean that everything scary is going to come to pass.
Like, listen to yourself. You listen to that voice instead of this fucking voice. Every fucking prediction you've made has been wrong. All of them. All of them. Like, you're shooting 0 for 100. You ain't been right yet.
And I know that because I've studied genocide and I know what it looks like. And I know.
I may not get it or understand any of it yet. Like, I have yet to crack the code. Far-right fascism, Christian nationalism. I have yet to crack the code on it, but I've studied it all my life. I know it's coming, guys. I've only been wrong about everything else, but I'll be right one of these times.
I shouldn't have to do this.
Then don't. Then don't, you dickhead.
But I don't see anybody fighting for trans people here. All I see is fucking Gavin Newsom and Pete Buttigieg, like, throwing trans people under the bus, and the Democratic establishment being like, what if we were also racist and terrible?
Even the motherfuckers that are fighting for them. Racist and terrible. Racist? What the fuck does racism have to do with fucking Pete Buttigieg and Gavin goddamn Newsom? Can't you see the brain rot of this? The brain rot of just absolute leftism. The left has lost its ever-loving fucking mind. Like, I don't know how the fuck we're gonna actually work with it. Even the motherfuckers who are actively fighting for them, it's not enough. Yo just called them racist and terrible. Pete fucking Buttigieg. Pete fucking Buttigieg.
This is day one as a refugee in Canada.
Shorty made it. Oh, Lord. Tell us all about it. I mean, you look like you're broken. Look like you whatever that trail is in Central America, motherfuckers sneak in to get into America. That's what you look like, you've done. Not like, you just didn't take a fucking flight or a car trip to fucking Vancouver.
We made it across the border yesterday afternoon.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God, with these darting eyes, like you're looking for ICE agents. Where's she at? Have you seen her? Where's fucking Brigade Shorty? I know she's in Canada. Get the fuck out of here, bro. It's so... Oh my God, I hate these people.
And we're in an Airbnb now. I don't have a home. Some people can choose to leave and some people are forced to leave. And I am one of the ones that have been forced to leave.
You let her write the script of her life, and she's Joan of fucking Arc. You would think she's been fighting, like, the righteous fight all her fucking life. Fucking, yeah, bro, a teacher, a fucking teacher.
I think a lot about, like, Jews in Nazi Germany, and Canadians are so kind. From just my experiences online, there are so many kind, welcoming Canadians. You know, it's not like in the US.
You're a fucking liar. There's just as many welcoming, nice people in America than there are in Canada. You're not gonna tell me that there aren't. And if you say that there aren't, you haven't met enough fucking people then. Basing your entire judgment of the people are around you by the shit you deal with online, you're not doing it right. You've been, like, so goddamn got by modernity and all this sucker shit that, like, you've lived your whole life living in. Bro, there's millions of nice, welcoming people in America. You have made that judgment, no doubt, off of more of your online interactions than you have at anybody in IRL. Not a chance.
People hate immigrants now. So many people hate immigrants just because they're different and they're new.
Different and new. That's who you're fighting against at the ballot box. That's who's voting against you. You know what issues are important to you. You know who will stand for those as best as, like, I guess they will. Person takes your vote away. Because I promise you, as much as like she fucking thinks she is, she ain't on the run. And as soon as that visa's up, she's out. She'll be right back where the fuck she come from. And she'll be casting a vote next election for Kamala or AOC. These people are delusional. And like, you shouldn't be allowed to vote if you show yourself to be this fucking crazy. Like, fuck all that.
And that's why I had to get out so fast, you know? The Charlie Kirk assassination happened. And that was my crystal knocked.
It's disgusting. I imagine like your family's just sworn you off because you're insufferable and impossible to deal with. You're impossible because you're so fucking educated. You're so smarter than everybody else you know that anybody who disagrees with it or sees it differently fucking stupid, and they're not as educated as you are, right? Because you've been so goddamn propagandized that it's like it's fucking sliming out of your eyeballs.
I'm tired of being so afraid of getting sick and going into medical debt. I'm tired of not being able to afford a house.
Remember all that, because the very next day, you ready guys? 24 hours later.
Has fled the United States to Canada, and I need help. But the situation in Canada is absolutely dire for Americans who don't know.
Oh, you mean like yourself? For the Americans that don't know, you mean the you 2 days ago. Is that who you're talking to here?
The housing crisis here is worse than in the United States, and I have not faced rent as bad as here.
Oh, that's rich, ain't it? Oh, that's fucking rich, ain't it?
When my partner, our cat, and our dog fled the United States.
Shorty, you were all packed up for a fucking weekend trip. Is what the fuck you were. In the Subaru, I bet.
Attempting to find housing. My partner and I are here on a visitor visa, which is a 6 months possible stay for Americans. But while you're here on a visitor visa, you can't work. So we are currently surviving off of what savings we could get together before we fled.
Then what the fuck was the plan here, teacher? I guess just beg for TikTok pennies. Beg for fucking all the shit that, like, I guess you just didn't think through before you fucking ran to goddamn Canada, who's in just as bad a shape as we are. The issues are fucking more than two-dimensional here, folks. Every issue, you can think of, medical prices, housing crisis, every fucking issue you can think of has got a million reasons why the things are the way they are. There's not one reason. It's not the billionaires and millionaires. Far more than anything your commie fucking mind can wrap around. It's buffoon shit to listen to this woman get on here and beg for TikTok pennies day after. Bro, she's 2 days into Canada. 2 days into fleeing for her life. Her partner, her cat, and her dog's life. Fleeing. Brother, flee. Bro, they had to flee America. They had to go. Forced out. It was Charlie Kirk's assassination. It was her crystal knocked.
The United States, and that's not terribly much. And in Canada, I think it's actually the cost of living crisis is worse here, especially when you are shut out of the healthcare system, when you can't access any of the resources that Canadians have access to. And that's understandable. You know, I'm not a citizen of the country, but
hearing that sentence, it just cracked me like a ton of bricks. That everybody should be able to come into America. Bro, she hates ICE. She doesn't want to fucking deport any goddamn body. ICE is Trump's Gestapo, secret police. Everybody deserves everything in America. But she understands why Canada won't let her buy a house or go to work or use their healthcare system. She gets it, guys. Because Canada's a sovereign nation. I'm not going to think about all the rotten history that all the leftists have rewritten for Canada and their history. But at the same time, guys, it's understandable. I'm not a citizen, But I really need help. I really need help, guys.
It is making the financial situation dire because we can't work for free or below market rates. And
the commie professor, folks, needs your help at renting a place at free or below market rates. Because she's special, guys. Her cat, her dog, and her partner, they're fucking special. She's been the main character of her movie all her life. Fucking get in line, supporting cast.
I know that's a huge ask. Y'all are such lovely human beings. This is the ask. With a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, let us know. We can pay rent, but it would probably have to be below market rate. If we can't find housing, we're going to have to leave, and I don't know where we'll go. So I hope that this works. Thank you.
Shorty, you're going home. is where the fuck you're going. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Shorty, you're going back to where the fuck you come from. That's how it works. How the whole fucking world works. And funny enough, after I had gotten all the clips together of this Looney Tune, just out of curiosity today, I went and checked her page. And what do you think her latest video was? Today. I'm talking about today. On the run, fleeing for her life.
Want to see the books I took with me when I became a refugee? The Violent Take It by Force, which is a book about Christian nationalism. This is the fascism pile. A Christian nationalism, a really good book too, if you're interested in eco-fascism. Two really important books if you want to know about Christian nationalism. So is Analysis of Christian Nationalism. I actually haven't read this yet. I keep trying to. If you care at all about the political consequences of climate change, it's really important to understand Christian nationalism. It is about religious nationalism, which is a book about the American militia movement and the white power movement. I've got Far Right in the Environment. We've got Hate in the Homeland. Really important if you want to understand the far right. I haven't read it yet, but it's really good. It just came out. And then just some philosophy books I couldn't bear to let go of. So I'm trying to go back to doing research again now that I'm safe. I'm safe in the way that Jack and Rose were safe during the Titanic sinking. Because I couldn't let him go. It was so hard.
Had to bring her fascist books. I had to give away my whole life, guys. I can't see my nieces and nephews, but I made sure to bring my eco-fascism books. They'll be what's most important when I'm on the run for my life. Teacher, folks. The teacher of the future generations of America. You think we ain't fucked? You're not fucking paying attention.